dropping in the middle here, but I also don't want to wait for this to come back around. Didn't miss much. This is basically just the attract mode for Nanobreaker, for lack of a better way of putting it. This should give you an idea just how dumb this game is. This is a dumb game. That's the whole point to why I'm doing this. This game is super dumb, and I kind of love it. We're gonna have fun. So, word of warning, this game gets messy. Like, I swear some of what Revengeance ended up being, I swear some of that came from this. And you'll understand why I say that as we go along, because it really has the same feel. Just a lot clunkier because it's a PS2 game. And a lot of that's just gonna make a lot of sense as we go along. More so than the game itself is gonna make, but I'm gonna let the game speak for itself here.
In the year 2001 AD, the United States government constructed an experimental island in response to the National Nanotechnology Initiative, NNI. They named it Nanotechnology Island, and it was there that they assembled the finest American analytical minds from every field: business, government, and education, to form a united research project committed to unlocking the untapped potential of nanotechnology. With unlimited access to the world's most advanced scientific technology and a massive amount of government funds, advances in nanotechnology occurred at a startling rate over a short span of time. Years passed. Concepts and machines that were considered fantasy in the 20th century were one by one becoming a reality. These new technologies were made available to the general public, causing drastic improvement.
The difference
in
between
lifestyle on a global
science
scale.
fiction and science is whether they can manage to figure out how to make it work.
Then, one day, the main computer regulating all the island's nanomachines suddenly went out of control.
As usual.
Every nanomachine on the island malfunctioned. From those in the research labs to the ID nanos embedded in the bodies of the island's residents for identification purposes. Thus occurred the tragic birth of the Orgamex, living mechanical organisms whose bodies are comprised entirely of microscopic machines from the molecular level on up.
Hang on, I gotta check something. Ah, okay. Oh yeah, bit of a body horror warning, everybody. There's gonna be some weird shit. Of course, since they're all made of nanomachines, they can absorb anything they come in contact with.
Over here. You're safe now.
About that. Good joke.
My God. What is this? Someone explain it to me. Now!
The island's main computer went berserk, sir. As a result, the nanomachines injected into the island residents' bodies have malfunctioned.
You mean a bunch of microscopic machines caused this?
It is highly probable that the nanomachine's self-replicating ability is to blame.
Self-replicating ability?
Yes, well, you see, they
I don't
have the
care.
ability to duplicate themselves using the iron particles found in human blood.
This keeps a fixed volume of nanomachines inside a given body.
So, what? They'll just keep replicating indefinitely?
Correct, sir. Building new nanomachines from blood iron over and over again, until they can unite with one another to form orgamex. Or so I assume.
Good God. How do we stop them?
Actually, shutting down the main computer will halt all nanomachine activity.
Michelle Baker, a scientist familiar with the workings of the main computer, has already been dispatched to the island.
Baker? Which unit will be her escort?
Sir, she said that a convoy would only increase the chance of casualties, and decided to go in alone.
What?
The unit at the front line has nearly been wiped out.
What about the cyborg militant unit?
I've lost all communication with them as well. I can't find their signal.
We've got machines going rogue. Let's send in the cyborgs. Oh, wait.
General Raymond, sir, if we don't stop them now, they'll breach the mainland.
Yes, Jake. Get Jake here, now!
Jake? But sir, he was executed.
No. He's still alive. Prep and Chopper on the double! He's the only one who can clean up this mess.
There's surprising facial detail for a PS2 game in this.
So, how are you? How do you feel? What's wrong? Did you forget how to speak?
I was in cold sleep for 7 years. My body won't do what I want it to.
A cyborg militant like yourself has nothing to worry about. Give it a little time, and you'll be fine.
I sure hope so.
Even though it was war, you slaughtered tens of thousands, including civilians. It was all I could do to save you from execution. I had no choice.
Yes, I owe you for that. But aren't you putting your career in jeopardy? If everyone thinks I'm dead and I make a surprise appearance on the battlefield?
Don't worry about that. If your talents can save our country from this national threat, no one will say a word.
General Raymond, sir. We'll be arriving at the front line shortly.
Here, use this.
What is this?
It's a new type of weapon we call a plasma blade. Using this, you'll be able to destroy anything down to the molecular level. We've sent a scientist to the island to disable the main computer. Your mission is to protect her at all costs and assist her in shutting it down.
We've arrived, sir.
Okay, put her down.
This is close enough.
I think that accurately sets the tone for the rest of our shit we're gonna do.
Jake, I'm counting on you.
Those who watched Vanquish when I was playing it are gonna get a lot of the same feel here too. Because this game's very meme-worthy in some places, and a bit weird in others. Now, our main mechanic here is I have to actually spill as much of the fluid from these machines as possible. Is the more gallons I spill, the more powerful I'll get. It's just as they can absorb nanomachines from each other, I can absorb their nanomachines as well. So, for once, I'm encouraged to go nuts and destroy things as much as possible. Now, I'm going to go over the basic mechanics for a second before I go forward, because there's a reason why there's that stuff sticking up out of that hole. But we'll get into that in a second. You have your basic horizontal attacks, and you have vertical attacks. You can combine those to do various things. We'll be unlocking combos as we go through the game, using those chips over there on the right. As we go along, I'll have access to more and more abilities, and we'll get into those as we get to them. But as you can see there, our basic commands are vertical attack, horizontal attack, block and horizontal will give you thrust, and block and vertical will give you a juggle. And we're straight into our first boss fight, if you can call this that. Oh, and this game does have a variety of blood colors. I opted for the rainbow because it's funny. And I figure it'll take the edge off a little bit, so anybody who might have a gore problem doesn't have as much of a problem. Now, against this thing, you want to hit it with the greatsword moves you have as much as possible. Because that'll crack open the mouth so you can actually do real damage. You just gotta watch out when it jumps forward afterwards. Because it will do a decent amount of damage. That said, the reason why I said this isn't much of a boss fight is this thing's really no threat, unless you do something amazingly stupid. Because you'll notice even when it clipped me, it didn't do a lot of damage. And it's already down to half. Because it's meant to be a tutorial, it's not meant to be an actual threat. We'll get into real threats real soon. There's our first combo chip, and our tutorial on how combo chips work. It's gonna automatically give us this axe move, and we're gonna go ahead and use that because we're required to for this fight. You do a thrust and a vertical, and down comes the axe. Because our plasma blade can shape itself to our will. Provided you give it the input, it'll do whatever you want. There we go. I grabbed that just to top off what little damage we took there. Now, once we start seeing more targets, I'll also explain another mechanic we have. There should actually be enough of them around for me to trigger it here, as long as I do this right. Also, their health bars are displayed down on there in the bottom left. There we go. See these wings? That's our booster. While the wings are extended, we are a lot more powerful. Any move we do will destroy a target. Well, generally will destroy a target. There are some opponents that aren't that easy to get rid of. But we'll get into that when we get into that. And this is our first actual booster feature. The capture critical boost. And that is a capture critical. You pull an enemy towards you and time the attack right, you will destroy a target, generally. Some opponents it'll just do more damage to, rather than destroying them. It's also handy for just bringing people together. For you to get good sets of hits off on. You'll notice things like that spin start tearing a lot more parts off once you're charged. I'm keeping it simple for now just to get through these. I could do more complex things and probably net myself more gallons, but we'll be fine. Now, I will say, in my experience, this is not actually that easy a game. It starts off pretty generous and pretty easy, but it starts kicking your balls up through your throat, but before too long. Sure why the axe. Oh, right, I'm doing it wrong, that's why. There's the axe. It gets hard to keep track of all of the combos after a bit, once you start having a lot of them. At that point, I recommend just hitting buttons. You'll hit a combo if you've got enough of them pretty easily. Yeah, your capture pole can grab from very far away. Like, incredibly far away. You also have a couple variations of the map. I recommend just sticking with the static map, because the static map won't move around on you. I should actually use the booster so it levels. So I want to say this widens the timing for your capture criticals. I can't guarantee that because I haven't played that much of this. I think I beat like the first third of this game before it really kicked my head in and I gave up. Yeah, as you can see, this is where you determine your blood colors. You got regular, light, dark, and you can have mixes thereof. I went with a light mix just because it kind of looked nice. Here's where you can see all your various statistics. It keeps track of how you destroy enemies as well. They went into a concerning amount of detail with this game, as far as that goes. Hopped over here to grab this life up. Important thing to note, aside from scattering enough gallons to trigger a heal and picking those drops up off the ground, there really is not very many ways to heal at all in this game. In fact, that might literally be the only ways. So if I get into a bad spot, I'm in trouble, because there's no coming back. At that point, it's get better or get dead. There really is something to be said for how kind of absurdly stylish some of this is, though. Like the way the two halves of the enemy fly past you after you split them with a capture counter. And another trick you have, if you'll actually shoot at me, and I actually block it in time, is you can parry green lasers. You can also capture counter these guys as you would anything else. And honestly, unless there's a lot of them, I recommend just bringing them to you and destroying them. Countering the lasers is all well and good, but unless you really have the timing down, it just becomes a pain. Wait, something dropped back here. I think occasionally enemies can drop items as well. I forget what the circumstances behind that are. Yeah, you'll notice the reflection doesn't actually necessarily go back to the one you reflected either. It just chooses targets in some way, shape, and or form. But the window for it's not terrible. It's just not something I tended to do that much, so the reflex isn't quite there. And I think it's... yeah, this is how we engage our booster. The booster naturally recharges as you're fighting, so you may as well have fun with it. And I believe that's the only way we'll actually gain experience with the booster as well. Because it should now have some points in it. Yes, 1 point. It might be per use that it gains experience then. And when I was playing this originally, I did not use the booster much at all, and that definitely got me in trouble, I think. There's a combo chip. Now, your booster gauge and your health gauge will both increase as you scatter gallons. I believe it's odd numbers are health and even numbers are booster. You'll both gain refills of them, and you'll gain gauge increases as you scatter for fluids. So just go nuts, spill blood. We'll go ahead and grab the scythe. How that works is like this. You just pull a scythe out of the air and have some fun. It's real good because you can do this. That was supposed to hit multiple. Like that. Now, the kicker to using the scythe, though, is the top halves are still alive. So you want to be careful about doing your horizontal attacks as your kill moves. Because sometimes those upper halves will try to attack you, and that becomes a problem. So I personally recommend killing with your verticals, just to keep the area clear. Because when they're split vertically in half, they can't do a damn thing about that. That said, when you're surrounded, by all means, use a lot of big horizontal swings. That little greatsword tap, by the way, is fantastic because it's got a stun attached to it. So I highly recommend using that if you start getting mobbed too badly as well. Though generally, being surrounded is not that bad in this game because you've got a lot of power behind you. So generally, they're the ones who don't want to be near you. Unfortunately for them, they don't get a choice in the matter. Alright, look here, you little shit. This is a save point. We're gonna need to make very strong use of these. Because, we're gonna be dying. A lot. Because I will not at any point claim that I'm good at this game. And as much as I really enjoy this game, I also can't necessarily claim that this is a good game. It's got some issues. It's just really dumb fun, is the advantage this game has. Again, I bring the comparison to Vanquish up, because Vanquish has a lot of issues too. But it's so memey and stupid that you kind of just have to love it anyway, in some ways. And that's how you actually properly use the combo there, is just you tap him with the greatsword to give you time to bring the axe around. I miss. Something's alive around here. Ah, there we go, the barrier went down. I guess the bodies still needed to despawn. Round 2. Of course, this lumpy area is real not great for trying to do capture counters in, especially when I'm getting bumped around every time I try to do anything. I'm trying to get distance so I can actually properly capture things. Because I figure, since I have the booster active, I may as well make use of it. So really, trying to make use of that booster kind of backfired. More than a little bit. So this game, as you can see, really has a needless amount of blood going on. Like, I get that the blood's one of the main mechanics, but whew, boy, it's a messy game. Now, blood never made me that uncomfortable, but I know there are people that would be made uncomfortable by it. Which is why it's currently painting a picture in rainbows all over the place instead. And you know, it's just funny. Still didn't get another chip yet.
Long time no see, Jake.
Keith,
I knew you'd be here. Welcome back.
I heard a report that the entire unit had been destroyed.
Check me out. I've strengthened my body with the most advanced enhancements technology has to offer. You think a cyborg militant as powerful as me would take the big dirt nap easily? You're no match for me anymore, Jake. Time stopped for you 7 years ago. You want to take me on?
Out of my way. My business isn't with you.
That was a real quick way to offend a fight-crazed man like that.
Are you friggin' joking? We've got a 7-year-old score to settle. Right here. Right now.
And straight into a boss fight. This fight was a pain in my ass when I did this before. Let's see how well I can do this time. I didn't roll fast enough. Now you'll notice there he was stunned by the capture counter. Fuck you. And... oh, come on. He broke it that time. Oh god, he can do it too, by the way. Come here, you. Like I said, never claimed to be good at this fight. The capture counter I know is the way to do this fight, but he also resists it really easily and can just counter you. Gotcha. Fucked up. Gotcha. I think the key is to bait him into an attack and then go for the capture. And I didn't turn around fast enough. Ah, you're still going. Jeez. Okay. We might win this, but it's gonna be tighter than I would like it to be. Oh, he was ready for it. Fuck me. You lose, Keith. You're just gonna have to keep that score.
Damn you.
Stay out of my way.
Why, you bastard? Think you could just blow me off like that? Your arrogance. Pisses me off.
Quite the temper tantrum destroying a bridge. Oh, now you react to the fact that you're falling. Jake, you confuse me. He just takes the bridge down like an elevator, and he's about halfway down, he's like, oh, right, that's a problem. Huh. Auto laser reflect. Also, thing to note, falling in the water will either hurt or kill. I do not remember which. But that's where this game is going to become a bit of a problem for a bit. And this is a really nice booster to have, because you don't have to do that whole timing thing I was talking about anymore. You can just reflect automatically while the booster's active. May as well demonstrate here. Just be careful where you're standing, because he bounces a little bit forward when he reflects. Oh, okay, it didn't... yeah, it does reset you to as if you died, as you see there. So, yeah. Also, the triggers will swap your currently equipped bonus. So you don't need to go into the menus if you don't want to. Yeah, we're gonna be here for a bit. The jumping in this game is not how you say the best. Jake will thankfully grab ledges if he gets close enough to them. But that's the kicker. You gotta get close enough to them. And these guys love to knock you off ledges. That's pretty much their sole purpose for being here, aside from being blood bags. Is to knock you off the ledge just when you arrive. Missed me. About a 3 ain't bad. Too early. Too late. Okay, fine. I never claimed to be good at those. There we go. Yeah, you'll notice you will slowly get chipped down a bit by doing this section as well. I have noticed an interesting trend where they seem to drop health more often when you reflect their shots like that. But that may also be a coincidence. And unfortunately, the health dropped in the ocean. So, yeah. Not a lot we can do with that information. And of course, this game's a cheeky bastard and spawned them behind us. I believe we can jump this. Yep. And our first level 2 combo chip. Since he didn't... Oh, of course. I kill him off the edge, and what happens? Another health drop drops into the damn ocean. This is my life. Yeah, you can look at what each of the combos you'll get when you trigger one is going to be as well. Like, get a jump slam, get a good uppercut. This one's just all empty space till you get to the level 3 scythe. Which you'll notice is the same motion as the thrust scythe. But it's just smoother in your combo. Oh yeah, there's also this one up here. Which is a scythe spin. Hammer Slam's actually a pretty good one, because it's a good way to stagger things that are near you. What do I want? And you can remove these combo chips at any time and move them around as you wish. So don't feel pressured to have a guaranteed good one. If you try one and you don't like it, just get rid of it and put the chip somewhere else. In terms of getting good cutting, this might not be a bad one to do. This isn't the one I meant to go for, though. Yeah, this is the one. I wanted the hammer slam that I mentioned. Hit it wrong. I was gonna demonstrate the hammer on them because they were a nice, easy target. But I fucked up the input. And that's gonna be the big problem with that, is the input's kind of a pain. Oh, it's triangle that. Okay. There's the hammer. Because that wave that comes off is real good for keeping a surrounding bunch of bastards at bay. Booster gauge max. I really thought he was gonna die to that. That's disappointing. now. Oh. I wanted to smash it with the axe. Dang it. Camera might kill me here. There we go. I say that because it has killed me there before. Or in the past. You bugs want a tango? Okay. Brought a few too many dance partners, though. We're gonna have to cut that down a bit. My ticket's full, kids. I keep ending up facing the wrong way when I swing that axe at these. It's easy to go past them trying to hit them. I mean, if he's just gonna volunteer for axing, I'm not gonna argue. There it is. Now, the one unfortunate thing is, these did all used to be people, as was shown in the intro. They are not people anymore, though, so they're gonna cease to be at all. As you can see, our capture beam can also move boxes. Because there's gonna be a little bit of puzzle solving when you get to certain things in here. I don't think there's anything special to get in this room in particular, though. Only move the boxes where the game wants me to move the boxes. There we go. Up and over. I'm gonna need to move all of this down a bit. Moved it twice so I had somewhere to stand to pull that. Now we go here. Can I pull from on top of a box? Not and have it let me. Okay. Pull that one too then. Go in the door, Jake. Don't try to take the door. Now, enemies can drop combo chips as well. I'm kind of surprised we didn't get one at all this time. Because when I was doing a brief frame rate test a few minutes before going live, I did get one. I'm also fighting a little bit differently than I was then, so maybe I'm just doing something wrong now. Not realizing it. Wouldn't be the first time, won't be the last time. Could also just be RNG. I'd be the first to say I don't entirely understand how this game works. I just know the basics. Some of which I figured out, some of which I looked up. He dead. Also, enemies will respawn when you come and go from rooms, so if you really need to, you can farm enemies a bit. Yeah, this is just triangle, triangle, shift, triangle, which is a pretty easy one to do. Yeah, not really sure what she was thinking coming here by herself when she can't handle even the basic organoids. Hi, I'm the hero of this story. Maybe not yell over here when they're all around. Get over here. Thankfully, with that pull, we can just take any problem she's got away from her. Well, when the game allows me to. I'm trying to! Oh, did not realize I could pull her too. That complicates that plan. Maybe if you stop running towards them, this might go a little better, lady. Protecting your stupid ass from yourself. What do you think I'm doing? I agree. Listening to you is a nightmare. Totally not trying to feed you to the monsters out of frustration already. No, not at all. As she runs straight at the monsters some more. Pushing them away from you so I don't crush you trying to kill them.
Oh god, the ampules!
You're the one, right? The scientist the military sent here.
Yes, I am. And you are?
I've been sent to assist you.
This is General Raymond's doing, isn't it? I can't trust him for a second.
Nope,
Go
not
back
at all.
where you came from.
I have my orders, ma'am.
Genocide hero.
Oh, that's a name.
mission is to protect you.
Well, I don't need your protection. I can shut the main computer down on my own. Now leave me alone.
Yeah, sure,
Get
you
out.
did not need protection at all, even though you nearly died.
How can I possibly trust someone who indiscriminately kills women and children?
Great idea, insult the one who can slaughter you in a second.
No time for
Yes.
small talk.
You're the one doing most of the talking.
A lot of security locks to hack through. This is gonna take some time. What the? I'm getting unstable power fluctuations from this terminal. Some trouble must have occurred at the power plant.
The power plant, huh? You stay here.
Don't worry, I'll protect you by leaving you in this unguarded building. Nothing bad could possibly happen from this plan, right? Not at all. Get used to this game being the bad decision power hour, by the way, because none of the people involved in this game seem to have any good decision-making skills. Which shouldn't be any surprise to anyone. I think we need to go this way. Wait, no, that's the way we came from. So it is the other way. Let the blood rain upon you. Yeah, I forgot I have this. Got the double up. Which, as you can see, can be used to send 2 enemies into the air or hit the same guy in the air twice. And really just ruin his whole day. Nice, good splatter going. That's a good heal. And once the booster's on, you can't turn it off, so don't think about getting any of your charge back if you activate it at a dumb time like I did. Once it's on, you're stuck with it. Just double checking what I have, because apparently I forgot things already. Okay. Time for another boss fight. If I remember right, I actually want the laser reflect for this fight. Yep. We're gonna die here, though. At least for the first round. to hit it in the head to make the chest open, and then go for the chest. Problem is, that head slam really hurts. And you'll notice the continue put us at the last checkpoint based on when the last door we entered was. Not counting the one we died at. So what I'm thinking I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to do a little extra killing. Just to make sure that we have a heal going. So right now our health is not gonna be sufficient for our power needs for that fight. Especially not if I keep playing like this. There's life plus. I'm gonna save booster energy for doing the laser reflect in the boss fight as well. This way there's one less moving part to that fight. God damn it. It would help a ton if Jake would turn when I tell him to turn. In terms of a responsive combat system, the only real issue with this is you can get so easily locked into the moves you're doing. To the point where you can't turn, can't dodge, can't do anything. I'm gonna grab the heal, and what I'm gonna do is we're actually gonna go back to the control room door, go through it, and then come back out, and they should respawn. That is if it'll let me go back through this door. Sometimes they won't let you. Yeah, no, this door doesn't exist to me anymore because she doesn't want me in there. So we're gonna have to go back further. Which is unfortunate, but, you know. As needs must in situations like this. Because unless I do really well in that fight, we're not going to be able to get through that. I will be more comfortable doing the fight if I have more health. That is unfortunate that that was a booster gauge increase, not a health increase. Which I would have known if I was looking at the numbers closer. There's a life up, but it only balanced out the life we lost in this fight so far. You'll notice when they don't have their head, they actually just kind of wander around as well. That was a bit of extra killing. We didn't really gain much health, though. I think we moved our health bar up like a couple pixels. Because we lost some and gained some. I'm gonna try one more time to get our health up a little more. I know this is not the most interesting way to do this, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. And considering I'm kind of playing like trash in some ways, I kind of need the hedge a little bit. God damn it. Trying to use the capture counter to scatter more blood safely. It's only sort of working because I keep angling myself wrong for keeping the other ones busy. Because this camera is not exactly on my side, as is no real surprise to anyone. We've almost reached enough for the damn life gauge max, so I may as well just keep going till I get to that. Oy. The thing is, that fight's not that bad. I'm just doing a bad job with it. So I'm making sure to have a decent health gauge to make sure that I have some hope of getting through it without actually getting better, like I don't expect myself to do. So I genuinely don't remember getting past that fight. I might not have gotten past it when I was playing this previously. But it also took me a lot longer to get here. So, there's that, I guess. There's the life up. That's not the one I thought was going to get pulled. Where the hell did you come from? The rate I'm going, I should have been using the booster. Just to make sure that I got these guys clean. Because we were going to recharge it by the time we got to the fight anyway. Oh, come on. So close to the gauge increase. All because I botched a couple of those hits. Because if it went according to plan, they would have splattered in the right way to get us the rest of the charge we needed. Because there are certain ways that if you destroy them, it gets you the most out of them. And I don't entirely remember what the perfect setup for that is. I know I looked up what the setup was, and I did try it. And I did notice a significant difference. But it has been a while. There's the life gauge max. Up. I think part of my problem is I'm inputting things faster than the game can process. So it's not actually taking in the correct order. And then there's just the fact that sometimes I'm slightly off my aim, so I end up not pulling what I'm meant to be pulling. There we go. We've got more health now. Go ahead and save, and then we're going to skip past these guys after the save and go fight the boss again. And see if having more or less double the health we did last time will help. I could push for full health, but really I don't think that's going to be that practical. Just because of how long it's going to take to manage to do it. If need be, we can do that. But I'm at least going to try to do it without super grinding. Because having those gauge increases and such happen at good times does help a lot. So, I would like to be able to manipulate that. But as I said, we're just going to skim past these guys this time, so we don't risk losing any of this health that we're going to need to have. Yeah, no, I'm fucking this up royally. Oh, right, he's got the death laser, too. Yeah, that's the weakness, by the way, is thrust attacks. Because every enemy has a certain weakness that's far better at hurting it than anything else. In terms of types of attacks. So, on that note, we're actually going to switch in... Yeah. Where did I put that? Level 2 that I had? Right, it's in these two moves. Go ahead and get rid of the hammer. We're going to use the spear. Because that should help for fighting that boss a lot. Because it's got reach. And since he seems to be weak to thrust attacks, it should help do a lot more damage to him. A lot quicker. But this is still going to take a little bit of learning to get this fight done. Oh, come on now. There you go. You keep getting too greedy is part of the problem. Ow. Fire your laser. Thank you. Ow. Yeah, because you'll notice a regular hit to his head doesn't actually open the chest. It just fucks him up a little bit. And I delayed too long, so he bopped me on the damn head. And as you can see, his health bar is going to take a bit of doing to get through. Especially when he bops me before I even get in range. Ugh. May or may not have just taken some limbs along the way to vent frustration. Oh, come on now. I swear it's like he knows that I've got the booster going. Which is not subtle, so I understand that he would know. Because I'm just standing there glowing with power. What the fuck am I thinking? The answer is I'm not thinking, and that's the problem. I'm trying to stand still to encourage him to fire the laser, but standing still also encourages him to do the other moves. Ah. Oh, come on now. I was out of that. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No touchy. Oh, come the hell on. Oh, yeah, that's fair. Yep. That's absolutely fair. Remember what I said about this game being kinda brutal and kinda nasty. It really enjoys just pulling nonsense like that out of the ether to just go, you know what? Fuck you, whack. do the thing I'm telling you to do, Jake. It's really gonna help your case a lot if you do what you're told to do instead of doing whatever the fuck it is you're doing now. Wasted a ton of health because the inputs aren't doing what I'm telling them to. The square, triangle, square should be the spin, but half the time it's doing that weird vertical move instead of what I'm telling him to do. And the only thing I can assume is because I'm hitting the buttons too fast and trying to move on to the next move afterwards. And it's ending up interpreting it as, like, square, triangle, triangle or something. Instead of what I'm telling it to do, which is square, triangle, square. God damn it, game. Take my inputs, you son of a bitch. That was a waste of time and energy. Yeah, sure, that's fair that hit me, yep. Absolutely fair. So I think relying on reflecting is not working out for us at all. It's taking too long. No, you don't. Because in theory, the laser reflecting should be the safer strategy. But for some reason, this is working a hell of a lot better, and I'm just gonna... Well, it was until I said something, and now the game is kicking me in the nuts. I don't know why that didn't stun him.
Game over.
That was the third hit. That's supposed to work. Or did I somehow hit him with a horizontal by accident? Really? Damn it, Jake, you and your big head. It seems like if I get the right rhythm, I can just stun lock this thing. Plus or minus Jake randomly not hitting the target. So I think I might have been making this fight harder than it needed it to be. Which is nothing new, really. That does explain why it has that high attack as well. It's to prevent you from doing exactly what I'm doing, which is just hard locking him by smacking him upside the head constantly. And there we go. Yeah, I was just overthinking this fight. And there we go. We've got a life gauge max up, and we are in much better shape. Now, of course, that was the last one. Dang it! That's on me. I should have paid attention of whether more were spawning or not, but god damn it. You know, it's hard to reflect your lasers when you miss, guys. Come on now. Like, it's not often you ask an enemy to be more accurate. Okay, you need to stop. Speaking of things that need to stop, you guys existing. This is the way we chop the bugs, chop the bugs, chop the bugs. This is the way we chop the bugs early in the morning. As you can see, as they lay there bleeding, our gallons will continue to go up till they despawn as well. Because every little bit spilled is a little bit more in our power. God damn it, game! How is everything managing to time itself just right to fuck up everything I try to do today? Upsetting. Very upsetting. This is what you get for upsetting me. You all get splattered to the four winds. Every last one of you. We're all gonna die anyway, but now you die special. Capture countering those seems excessive, but you know what? Doing it to everything. Don't care. Everything dies. Oh, this seems suspicious. Got a real bad feeling about that one. It definitely is every time I trigger the booster that levels up. So it's got a ways to go before it gets any better. So I suppose it would level a little too quickly if it was based on you actually managing to kill things with it. Oh, he's immune to capture counters, isn't he? How do I kill you? Ah, it's thrust only. You gotta stun it with a thrust and then do other things to it afterwards. There we go. I wasted my gauge on that one. And as you can see, they're a lot of fun to have around when there's other enemies present. Because then you just get stun locked and have a great time. Game, please. Do what I'm telling you to do. Love of God. Just get rid of them. I'm not sure if this is the way the game wanted us to go, if we were supposed to go the other way, either. I just decided I'm going this way. Okay, we found a sewer going this way. Considering we're looking for a power plant, I have a suspicion that the sewer is the wrong way. Yep, there's a cutscene on this side, so maybe I'm going the right way. Huh. Okay, these can be destroyed, they just have an asinine amount of health. Got it. On the bright side, they're making fantastic blood bags. The fact that they're constantly spawning, though, does make getting past them slightly complicated. Okay, we're past it. We appear to be back in the sewers again. With very upsetting flying spinning things. Let's try going the other way we saw. So this path's probably gonna be blocked up with giant pill bug things now. No? Huh. I guess maybe now that we're past it, they stopped spawning. Maybe I should have made use of that a little longer. Oh well. just gonna start ignoring those unless I have to deal with them. Okay, already a good idea to have gone this way because we found an item, but we can't continue any further, so that's unfortunate. Ah, super armor. Okay, that's somewhat useful, I guess. Well, I guess we do have to go in the sewers then. We're about to try to go around that idea. Still not really sure which way in here we're supposed to be going. Why are these flies making monkey noises? I'm confused. They also seem to be infinite, so let's just get away from that. Okay. Looks somewhat like it's an all roads lead to Rome situation with the sewers, and our target's over the side of where we are, I think. If I'm understanding the map correctly, which is a mixed bag right now. Can't grab that either. It's looking like this is a dead end, and we are meant to be in the other area of the sewers. But I can't grab either of these ledges, and I can't grab the one in the middle either. Wait, idea. Yeah, they seem to have a good drop rate on health, so this was a good idea. Now let's get out of here now that my health's full. Save so we keep this full health, in case the worst happens on the other end. Yeah, we've already apparently lost like a half hour on deaths. So that's a thing. Judging from what the playtime says. It's almost like actually using the tools I have makes my life easier or something. Who would have thought? We got some real priority on that spin. Okay, there's a door over here. Here we go with this again, huh? Okay. Yep, the spear definitely makes clearing those quicker. On the bright side, these can't attack me either. Hey, Magus. I'm doing alright. How about you? Just playing Nanobreaker, letting off a little bit of steam, chopping up enemies. Just how it is. Ah, I feel that. I had a lot of those back when he was working a normal job. Now, let's get on out of here before anything else happens. Looks like it's just a lot of back and forth through doors through here. Ah. Spiders. You know what? Don't need to deal with those. Those look like a big case of not my problem. I assume the machinery over there is what's making that noise. Here we go again with these. You just keep on showing up. I am doing this right? Yeah. It only does a little bit more damage than a regular pokes. But it does keep things going a little quicker, getting through those. Ah, there we go. I thought I was supposed to use the ladder. Turns out I'm too big for ladders. I saw a green thing, and I'm not going to get to have it right now. Oh, I already don't like where this is going. You do not need to let it rip. No. Ow. Okay, blocking is useless. Got it. So how do I stop spinning doom over here? Whoa there. Whoa, 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 whoa. That is objectively worse. Could you not? Hitting it just seems to spin it, so I'm a little confused and concerned right now. Ow. Ow, ow. Aha! Get over here. Figured it out. I was trying to go in after. What I need to do is bring him out to me. Ow, 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 ow. They did not appreciate being evicted. Thankfully, apparently, they do not have a lot of armor or anything when they get evicted from their home. Ow. Rather than using my actual vision, I should be using the map, because I can see them spinning around on there. And while they're shooting, as long as the shot's not hitting me, I should just stand still, because they don't actually aim. Like, at all. Come on out, you. Okay, that's one gone. Oh, there's mines all over the place now. Joy. Okay, once I understood this fight's not that bad. The hardest part's gonna be getting him out of his shell. There we go. Another one down. Neat. We now have a double jump. Which is also necessary for getting out of here, it looks like. So that's a thing. Where is exit? Send help. Stuck in bin. SOS. Wait, actually, genuinely, how the hell do I get out of this hole? Ah. Different angle. Game. Game, please. That's clearly a way out game. Come on now. Literally just have to get it perfect in order to get out of that hole. That's... oof. Okay, video game. How do I... Clearly I need to get up and over that. Considering it won't let me in through the side. Ah. There we go. Now, I went in enough circles in here that I'm not sure which doors are which anymore. This one's pointing this way, so I'm going to assume the other one is the one I want. Yep, cutscene time.
You're a pretty tough customer, taking down a beast like that.
Who are you?
We'll get to formalities in a minute. First, you'd better come inside. This way, this way.
One of the few people not turned into a crazy monster by the nanomachines.
They can't get us in here.
What exactly are you doing down here?
What am I doing? This is my home. I live here, that's what.
You actually live in this dump?
What are you, blind? This isn't trash. I've repaired and rebuilt everything you see here. Well, they are a bit dirty because I borrowed them from the power plant.
The power plant.
Yes, the power plant. You see, this island uses nanomachines to break down its garbage. They trap the heat given off by their activity in order to generate electricity. Man, that garbage dump over there is like a treasure trove.
Where is it located?
You've got business there? Can you make sure to get rid of all the monsters that have taken over the place? Their power fluxes are hindering my work.
I'll make that my top priority.
Well, the elevators are out of service, so you'll have to use the stairs. Go through the next door over and climb up to the surface. Look for the entrance to the power plant nearby. You got it?
Easy enough. Stair. Okay, so we've got a save point in his little hovel home over here.
I'm counting on you to restore the power supply.
With the tinkering he does, I wonder if there's something he'll be able to do for us once we fix the power supply for him. Yes, that's a switch. I'm going to assume I need to hit that. I don't like the way that's shaking. Get the feeling I did a bad. Or rather, I did a good that's going to be a bad. Camera angles are the worst. Why they thought this was okay, I don't know. Because you see, that platform there is skinnier than the rest of them. So you kind of need to ride the wall to land on it. I get the feeling I was timed on doing this, and now whatever I did is undone. Yep, I think I opened this. And now it's not open, so now I gotta do this again. Sad days. Nope, that's a dead end. I keep thinking there's a platform there when there isn't. Oh, come on! Hang on. I may as well just wait, because by the time I get up there, it's probably gonna undo itself again. Yep. Let's try that again. It's like some kind of twisted training exercise. Every time you fall, you just hear a voice in your head going, again. But I fucked up. Again. Okay. And again. And again. And again. For the record, I did not intend to drop all those times. I did not actually move the stick in any real capacity when he moved off those ledges. We just kind of bounced. On the bright side, I'm getting up here smoother every time. There we go. Now I'm gonna wait for that to shut so I don't manage to drop myself down the damn hole and have to do this again. There we go. Oh, there's another switch, huh? That's probably for going back, though. Let's not fuck with that. And until we prove that we need it. Oh, these drop, huh? Great. Everybody's favorite thing, platforms that don't stay under your feet. Combine that with camera angles that don't play ball, and you just are in for a great time. Ah, I curved just a little too hard.
Hello there.
Hey, Amber. Welcome to platforming hell. Population mate. How you doing? Yep, I do need that. Okay. Yep, that's about right. Up, up, the ceiling. This is a problem. God damn it. Nope. Nope. Reset. Try again. Yeah, I feel that. Another rough night. You know, you'd think I would learn after the first time that screwed me. And again, I never claimed to be that good at learning. It's just because one learns quickly doesn't mean they learn well. Okay, that goes nowhere. Aha! Oh. Oh well, I know what to do now.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Yep, doing a lot of that right now. There we go. Now imagine doing that without the double jump we earned on our way here. Poof, that would be a hell of a thing. Okay, looks like we gotta get across to get to that. And that. Well, when in doubt. There we go. Nice, another combo chip. We need as many of those as we can get our hands on. So I stop having to move them around and get different abilities opened. Take that for more power. Okay, let's see where I want to put that combo chip. Do I even have any other... Yeah, I might as well grab the hammer. The hammer's fun. Is what I can do now. Pull a big ol' hammer out. Yeah, I'll take care of that stretch. Hopefully this is a good direction. We'll find out.
I'm in danger!
Maybe. Health up I didn't need.
Kill them all.
Absolutely. There we go. Disposed of. I'm gonna leave... Oh, no. I'll open it. Yeah, I had a feeling that was gonna be another health up that I was gonna waste. But at the same time, it could have been another combo chip. It could have been a lot of things. I'm just gonna trigger a bunch of these and bring them together. So I don't have to sit here and keep fighting one at a time. Come along, boys. Everybody together now. Where'd your friend go? There was 3 of you. You seem to have misplaced one. There we go. That sorts that out. Just draw power from their bodies for a moment and move on.
Well, he's dead. Real shame.
Oh, yeah.
He will be missed.
They are very dead. They will not be missed, though. Yeah. Now, ordinarily, all of that blood would be actual blood colored, but I figured that was a little excessive, so I switched it to just all kinds of random colors. Look at these guys. They're fucking huge. That is not the sound I was expecting. Ah, I can't pull them. They're too heavy. Well, they still split just fine. I don't know what you do. Don't do it. No. Ow. Rude. That's what happens to rude people. They explode. Okay, the bomb dropping needs to stop. None of that. For those who weren't here, while the wings are extended, I cut through enemies a lot better than I would normally. So if things seem to start dying very rapidly suddenly, that's why. Because there are definitely going to be plenty of times where it's going to be hard to see me at all in the pile. I have the wrong booster active, so I don't even know why I activated that. Probably habit. Habit sounds about right. I'm trying to get in the habit of using it more. Because right now we've got an auto-reflect booster, one that makes us get staggered less, and one that lets us do the special off of the grab more effectively. Because if I hit the attack at the right time after pulling something, I will instant kill it. Oh god. Ah! Get it off, get it off, get it off, get it off. Not really sure how to shake those things off at all. They just kind of get attached. There we go. more of that. Ow! Why? Man, what did I do to deserve this? Don't mention the dozens of robots I destroyed mercilessly. Fire your lasers. I need you to fire your lasers so I can heal. You didn't drop health. Oh, frame rate had a hit there for a second. Oh great, it's mostly those little guys, huh? We're just gonna move. Staying here seems like a bad deal. Ah. The emergency exit, I assume, won't open until I get rid of my opponents. Well, that's a problem. This one specifically has to be hit horizontally. Oh, and it switched. Son of a bitch. Really use a health boost right now. One little touch and I'm a corpse. Okay, those guys just disappear on their own. Don't need to worry too much about them. Oh, I think they're calling the crane. I see. Eep. Oh, maybe I need the crane to break the exit open, actually. No, that didn't work. Don't color me confused. Oh, wait, there we go. It just needed more than one hit. Aha! You cannot contain me. We are saving in a dodgy position, but it's okay. I'm hoping that green thing over here is a heal. It is. Excellent. We're fine. Everything is fine. Oh, I don't like the look of this. Well, it's a good thing we just saved. Parkour. Oh. Camera angles are a problem. That is not where I wanted to land. Oh, it is really hard to control Jake from the vertical like this. It may not look like it controls badly, but oh boy, that particular moment controls real weird. I see why they give you a near full heal before they let you go in here. Come on, drop the other cubes. Because it jumps differently than it normally does, and it snaps really strange. I don't know why they changed it. They should have just left it as it was so it didn't completely fuck with the player. But here we are with them completely fucking with the player. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, guess we're not getting anywhere on this attempt. know what they were thinking with this idea. Like, as a concept, it's fine. The controls are the only issue with it. Okay, we're fine. We're through. I don't know why I took so much less damage from the fire that time than I did when I landed in it before. I don't mean to alarm you, gentlemen, but I get the feeling we're heading toward a crusher. Ow. Can confirm that is, in fact, a crusher. How do I get over that, becomes the question. Do I just need to fill it with enough bodies that it stops? Because I don't see a way up and over. Yes, it's flashing when it gets hit by the bodies. We are going to have to try this again, though, because it's a little funky. And this conveyor belt moves really fast.
Game over.
So I don't know a good move for this situation. And I don't mean that is, and I don't know what move to use. I think I just straight up don't have an ability available that's good for this situation. Also, just disregarding the mechanic. The hell with this. Let me out. So this puts me in a awkward position for this part, too, so, eh. Because the thing is, I have to stun them right before they get near that. But I also need to not use such a long move that I get caught in it, too. And we don't exactly have any short moves, necessarily. Because the problem is, their AI is smart enough to not get caught in that thing if they can help it. It also doesn't seem to work when they hit it straight on. They have to go under it, it seems. Huh. Unless maybe I can send parts of them underneath it and it'll work. No, those seem to process fine. We're gonna die again. Yeah, because there was no getting around that situation at that point. Because there's two problems at play here. My attacks pull me very far when I attack. So I get pulled toward the crusher. A lot of my animations are long. It's just a bad deal all around for me. Like, I'm sure there's a key to it. I just don't know what it is yet. And then there's sometimes just getting randomly, instantly murdered by a block falling in here. Oh, boy. Problem is, the only way to avoid that is to remember where all the blocks are coming down. Which, yeah, bad news about that, I forgot. Oh, and I'm getting crushed in death, too. Joyous day. I don't know why they put these sequences back to back like this. This seems a bit overkill. Oh, come the fuck on.
Game over.
I just want to get to the sequence I'm having a problem with, game. I don't need to be stuck here. Fine, I'll do it properly, even though it's gonna take just as long as it would have if I died 6 more times. fuck's sake.
Game over.
Like, I get why it hitting me does basically my entire health bar, but at the same time, it's very frustrating. Especially when, for some reason, I barely tap the button and he jumps over the block. Which is why I don't want to have to engage with this mechanic, but I'm forced to engage with this mechanic. Yeah, good luck with that idea. Because the problem is, a more calming game is just going to make me want to fall asleep, and that really doesn't help us either.
Game over.
Is that the issue I've run into almost every time with more relaxed things is I run out of things to talk about very quickly because there's nothing going on to work with. And this game was fine up until this. This is stupid. Like, I don't know what they were thinking when they made this. For the area, it makes sense. But from a mechanics and gameplay standpoint, it's pretty terrible. It's also a complete change from the rest of the game. Ow.
Game over.
Good enough, good enough. We made it. Just because I have some powers people would deem unnatural does not mean I'm evil. Everything is fine. This camera angle is a problem. I don't know where the crusher is. There it is. Found it. Found the crusher. Found it. I also think I figured this out. It's gonna be tricky to pull off still, but I think I understand what to do. It's called hit them while they're down and keep them from getting up. Because as long as I let them hit the grinder, I can then sit here and just tap on them with the upper attacks, somewhat, when the game decides to play ball with that idea, and they will go into the grinder naturally. Because it gives me more free range on that. Thing is, I don't know how many of these need to go in there. But we're definitely onto something with that. I can let them hit the grinder as the start to that plan. So I don't have to risk as much. The only issue is when sometimes they get up through the attack anyway. Wait, blowing up, blowing up. We did it. There we go. Looks like they're still spawning even with this gone, so let's just get out of here before I make a mistake that gets me killed. Oh, and into a boss fight after this? Wow, game. Just really just twisting the knife now, huh? Well, this is a problem. Okay, he's got a wave attack, he does. He does a bunch of punching. Okay, he's got a spin. Ah, I figured something out right as I died. It splits in half. I got distracted hearing the clanking of the legs behind me. Yeah. Yeah. That they really want you to just soak in the pain and misery that is these mechanics. That said, now that I know how to handle that grinder, I think we can get through this with a decent amount of health. I just need to be careful. And the game needs to play ball with me being careful. Which, of course, it isn't. Because God forbid it play ball with anything. For the record, I barely moved the stick forward, and I just barely tapped X. You'll notice he does tiny hops now, but he refuses to do them when he's in that section down there. There's something different about the way the game moves in that section that just ensures you lose. Don't get me wrong, there's a world in which I could pull this off. I don't think it's the world we're living in right now, though. Like, there's a chance I can get through the grinder. Since I can keep these guys pinned. And I get some of my health back. But I don't get enough. Because we're basically at the same position we were last time. Nah, I can't keep hitting that one, he'll just die. There we go. I took one hit. Oh, come on! Hey, you know that stun lock that you love to do to them? Yeah, they can do that to you, too. But only when the game really feels like sticking the knife in your back. And to think, if it weren't for that fire section, I could go back to the save point and not have to do this whole stupid sequence again. Wait. Oh yay, a level 3 combo chip. At any other time, literally any other time, I'd be overjoyed to have that. You know what I don't need right now? A new combo that's going to get me killed trying to figure out how to use it. God damn it, game. Really just thumbing its nose at me at this point. Yeah, that's just a whole long sequence leading to one attack. That all leads to that spear. Okay. The worst part is, I also don't think I even want any of these level 3s. Because they're at a point where they're getting complex enough that I don't think they're going to be beneficial. How did he end up over there? He was on the map in a spot, and then he suddenly wasn't in that spot anymore. Wait. I might have something here. I seem to have locked him in a loop. Ah, I knocked him far enough. He got out of the loop. He got out. He escaped. The game's targeting fucked me on that one. I swung at the spot I was swinging, and it decided against letting me hit it that time.
Game over.
That said, we're onto something with that. Not really sure this is worth my time at this point, but we're getting somewhere. Oh, now you can jump over it. Now you can clear the whole fucking wall in one go.
Game over.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. Consistency is not a thing game designers care about, apparently. The same move can be done twice and result in completely different results. I didn't even need to let's grab that time either. What is happening with this game? You would think it would make more sense the more times you do it. Instead, it's finding ways to make less sense. Huh. I should have been dead. There. Corrected.
Game over.
I'm just boggled by this design. For those wondering, I've tried using the D-pad. It doesn't take that input at all. So that just doesn't help. As you'll see, sometimes I can control his jump enough that I can land where I want to, and then other times it just refuses my input. So I can't... And then there's times like that where he just lands next to a cube and refuses to get back over the cube. No matter what I tell him to do. Like, I'm past the point where this frustrates me. This just confuses me more than anything at this point. Because I honestly don't feel like this is my input going wrong. Yes, I've made mistakes in here, but some of these are not my fault.
Game over.
And that's what confuses me. I'm trying to figure out how to work with this system to make it do what I want. And that doesn't always amount to anything. Because I can't fight the system, because the system has already shown what it'll do when I try to fight how it works. So... fighting the system doesn't work. Cooperating with it doesn't work. And I don't really have a way to subvert the system that's in place here, aside from what we've already tried. And that's another thing I don't understand. Sometimes the floor takes a huge chunk of health off like that, and other times it's very slow. I don't understand. I feel like there are no actual rules to how this works. As you'll notice, I did things in what you would figure would have been the right timing, and I just barely hop over the wall and end up in front of the cube anyway. Like, I genuinely don't understand what's going on with that. What? Come on, game. Ah. I just want to get to that boss with an actual amount of health so I can give it a real try. But at this point, I don't feel like this is worth my time at this point. I'm really starting to feel like this is wasting my time and yours to sit here and keep getting my head kicked in by this. Especially when half the time I'm losing to things that are beyond my control. Like the fact that Jake decides to jump over the cube even though I've given minimal input. Yeah, I'm going to switch to something else because this is just going to continue to get stupid. So bear with me a moment.